Hello Pisces, how are you doing on this beautiful, glorious day in life, in joyous June? This is your weekly reading going from the 5th through to the 11th of June. Let's just see what's going on with your overall energy here. The Hierophant. Teacher. The Hierophant also, it's about understanding the physical steps in order to get to your heart's desires, to get to your dreams and your aspirations. And as I say, because you've learnt that process, Pisces, and I think you've done that over the last 6 months, probably going back to, before Christmas. You've learnt this whole process of actually getting to your heart's desires and how to sort of, engage in the world in the best way. And this is the energy that's now sort of like flowing through you as you move into your spring period of your year. This is where the ideas have taken root over winter, and now they're starting to really germinate and break the surface of your reality and starting to actually impose in your reality. And knowing how to now nurture those dreams going forward, I think is going to be a really good thing for you. And it's like you know it. It's you know, and you know how to do this. There is this, okay, let's just do it, sort of feeling about it all. With your relationship side, you get the Three of Wands. Get ready to go on that journey. I am getting this sense of a commitment that's coming into your life, and it's as if like you're kind of like, and this could be for family, friends, community, anything within your relationships that are around you. It could be there. And now it's a case of doing it, and it's almost like being a little bit patient about it. And this is the other thing I get from it as well. It's as if like, in order to have that complete and utter success, the Three of Wands to convert into the Six of Wands, it's almost as if like everybody's waiting for somebody to say something in order for things to start. And it might well be you that's got to put your passion into a situation which is going to spark the movement across all of the fronts within your relationships. That could well be, it feels like that sort of thing where it's like, everybody's sensing that everything's there in place, but who's going to be the first to move? That's how I feel in a way. Okay, the universe here is got the Ten of Swords. I think this is a case of, that's what I'm saying. You know these steps in order to get to your dreams and aspirations in regards to your relationships. And the universe is sort of saying that difficult time is saying you've done a lot of work of yourself since before Christmas. And I think it was hard in many aspects for you. I think there was a lot of joy in there as well, and a lot of amazing realizations, and a lot of progression on your material and your job and your business side. But on your relationship side, it's kind of going, if you're going to step into this journey, just leave let go of anything from the past that was painful to you going forward. Oh, blimey. Nine of Swords as well. This is where your guides are influencing your karmic path. And your karmic path here is a bit of wait and see. That's the feeling I get from it. You know how to go forward, and it's your guides here are advising your karmic path. They're the past, it's like your past selves are advising you. And it's sort of saying, if we're going to embark on this journey, I'm not going to embark on it on that repetitive nightmare situation or that stress and strain of having a relationship, I'm not going to go through it anymore. And I think here is the universe is sort of saying to you, yeah, don't go through it anymore. I wouldn't suffer fools gladly. You know, it's now time for you to sort of say, you know, it's a bit, I'm getting Gandalf that comes in my mind in the film when he sort of like puts his staff down and says, you shall not pass. That's the sort of thing I feel like that's happening in your karmic path. It's almost as if you've got to be, you know, you've got to embody that Gandalf sort of sensation in order to nip things in the bud from the past. And it could be just, you know, someone that is in your life that doesn't need to be in your life, or they need to be doing something else, or you need to be doing something else. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to hate them or anything like that. That's not what I mean. But it's just a situation where, you know, it's good to move on. Sort of scenario. And that's the feeling I'm getting from it. And that whole sort of like, that whole idea of who's going to blink first, who's going to first say it. But whatever it happens, something needs to change within your life. Look at that. 6 of Swords. You know your future, these are your future guides, right? And this is where they're trying to help you, they're egging you on. And they're sort of saying here that you are that person in that boat with that child that is with you, your future self that is with you. And they are taking you over to calmer waters. And I think this is where trust in your intuition here. Trust in that the conversation that you are having with yourself in accordance to the relationships that are around you. I think you've done the work, and I think the application of the conclusions of that work are difficult to do for you because sometimes you can be really written on, or sometimes, but you know, you have a really beautiful side to you as much as like anybody else. You have a moment where it's, okay, I can't do any more. And I think you've coming to that moment where you're sort of saying, I'm done with that. I've got time to waste. I want Joyous June, which was the collective reading here. The reading for June. And you want it, I think. And I think it's actually going to be a lot easier than you think to just sort of stop on your path and kind of go, no, I'm going down here. I'll see you guys later on. Or I'll see you later on. And it will, things that have been causing you stress and strains or pain in your life is come to an end. Gee whiz. Pisces, get out your head and into your heart. What's going on? Okay, and this is in your material side of life. Okay, so this is slightly different here. It's just, I'm just quite amazed at the amount of swords that's going on around you. On your karmic message here, I think here is, you've been working hard. You've worked very hard over the past 6 to 8 months. Not that you haven't been working hard before that, but it's like now you should rely on that hard work, and it's now the confirmation of that hard work is bringing you satisfaction and sense of blessing in a way of how good you are. Yes, you've had to go through a lot of stuff to get there by the looks of things, and seeing your readings in the past, you've had to really play smart and play well, and you're reaping the rewards of that through a sense of feeling at one with yourself. The King of Wands is, yes, totally being the leader in your life in regards to your career path or your business or your projects. That's what the universe is trying to ignite within your spirit. Following the path that is totally evident for you, basically, going forward. And because this is what we come back to the Hierophant here. You know this because you've done the work. You know what steps you need to do in order to get the best out of you in regards to work or to get the best results, or to further your career path, or expand your business, or get those projects moving and rocking and rolling. And the universe is sort of saying, you know this, just do it. And that's, I think, what giving you that healing sensation of kind of going, yeah, I can do this. This is great. And it's a lot less stress in your life. 3 of Cups. Obviously, the material side, work, what a surprise, Pisces, you workaholics. You're really enjoying networking with other people. That's what's been coming through you. That's what's built this sensation of feeling at home and at one with yourself. You know, that you are your greatest blessing. And you, is that joy of connecting with other people, of being part of something, I think is really inert within you. And that Hierophant is you know how to get that. You know how to work this all out. You know how to get to that success within your material life. The Hermit card for your future self, how it's egging you on. Yeah, you've been through every aspect which the Hermit's been through. They know every side of the situation, and they've captured their dreams and their aspiration, the star, and put it in their lantern as they go forward. And you've got this, and this is what's driving you on. And I think this Hierophant card plays into it very nicely, because they're two sides of the same coin in a way. And the Hierophant is, you know, that it's the same as the High Priestess, but in a physical sort of sense. But the Hermit here encompasses both sides, the High Priestess and the Hierophant. And you know, it may be puts you in a position where you're going into the future where you will be like teaching, or, you know, it could well be that some of you become a teacher, or you've decided to become a teacher, or, you know, you're within your career or your company that you're working for, you're becoming more of a sort of like a manager, or, you know, being propelled into a position where your wisdom will actually bring benefits to your business, your job, or the company that you're working for, the projects that you're in. And it's expressing that as well, which the Hierophant does, you know, the Hermit does, sorry. But the overall outcome, you get the Page of Pentacles. It's learning and understanding that greater, longer cycle that is within you. It's, I say mid-term cycle rather than long-term. The page, also what the page is learning here, and it depends on what element we're talking about. Here we're talking about Pentacles. So the Pentacles is very much an earthy timing thing, rhythmical, in the sense where it's, you know, it's constructive. It's very Hierophant. It's one thing after another in order to get the results that you want. Not only within your relationship side, but within your material side. And the page is opening the pathway. That is what he's learning by cutting through a lot of stuff. And I think that's what you've done. And I think it's an accumulation of that, where you've opened the pathway in order for the Knight to come through, to secure the pathway so the Queen and King can come through. And I think this is now what's coming through you. You're almost putting yourself into a position where you've got to a new stage in your life within your relationships, but also within your material side. And now you're opening the path for others that are behind you as you head off in a new direction and learning about these mid-term cycles within life. Let's just do a bit of a clarification with the Light Seers card. Okay, so you got the Hierophant, happiness after difficulty. And this is exactly what's going on here. You know, on this card here, that rainbow that they're sat upon has got a fence there. And that fence is that there, along with that Nine of Swords as well. And I think it's come through a lot quicker on your material side than it is on your relationship side. But this is realizing that, yeah, I can actually go towards that Six of Swords, those calmer shores, those happier times by just allowing it to happen. You know, with the Three of Wands, you get the Sun. I think this is where you're looking out towards. This is what you're looking towards. This is what you're focusing on at the moment. Your happiness in regards to your relationships. And obviously there's some aspects that need to be completely let go of, that it's then done and dusted with, and that's with the Ten of Swords. And there's other things as well that you need to just break. And it's a break with the past. And opening up to the future. Yeah, you get the Five of Pentacles. Letting go of this painful thing may feel like you're being isolated a little bit. But actually, I think it's a blessing in disguise here. I think it's more of a case that you are choosing to step out of those relationships to actually free yourself, rather than you being isolated. So I think letting go of this painful past is going to open up a lot of possibilities for you. It's going to create a lot of space. With the Nine of Swords, you get the Six of Swords. It's all swords. It's nothing but swords. I know you've got pentacles there. You've got Five of Pentacles there. But it is all swords on that side. It's mainly swords on that side. And this is where, you know, something needs to break so you can go to calmer waters. Something that's, you know, that seems to be repetitive. We seem to be getting back to this point. There's, you know, why do we come back to this? Why do we, you know, why is this the sticking point? This needs to be dealt with. With the Six of Swords, you get the Two of Pentacles. Sorry, I was just trying to work out what six it was there for a minute. You get the Two of Pentacles. Concentrating on one thing at a time is going to reveal hidden things to you. So once you start heading off and allowing yourself to go off to calmer climes, calmer waters within your life, it's going to reveal a lot about your past. You're going to understand a lot about what's been going on by the looks of things. Not just yet, but it's choosing to go towards those calmer, choosing to walk away from something, I think is really, it's going to open your eyes to a lot of things. With the Four of Swords, you get the Ace of Swords. Yeah, this healing moment within your within your material side, of feeling at home and at one with yourself, is going to provoke a lot of very clear opportunities, clear visions as well within you going forward. You're going to have and it's going to seem like it's a victorious moment. You're going to go, Eureka, I know what I should be doing. I know where I should be going. With that King of Wands, you get the Three of Pentacles. You are that King of Wands, that leader, that expert in your field of what you do, of the job you're doing, or the business you're trying to do, or the projects you're doing. You've got that passion, you're leading it on. And that is what it's recognizing that you have an excellence in those Three of Pentacles, and you can combine that excellence with with other people that are around you, with the Three of Cups there, networking. And I think people are going to almost look at you, Pisces, and kind of go, you know, Pisces, get with Pisces, that's a good partner to have with you, or a good colleague to work with, or, you know, their project is really going on. It'd be good to sort of get involved with Pisces. That's what it seems like. With the Three of Cups, you get the Temperance. I think it's knowing when to network, when to push and when not to push. That is what the Three of Cups. It's going to be very joyous as when you can dip in and dip out of the connection with the people that you work with, or the businesses that your business works with, or your customers. It's knowing how to dip in and out of life. With the Hermit card, you get the Well card. This is really good. I think this is a massive opportunity that is being orchestrated by you in your life. And I think you're starting to get confirmation of this. Real confirmation of this. And it's making you feel really healed, or really at one with yourself about life. And with that Page of Pentacles, you get the Strength card. the quelling of all doubts and, you know, that courageous side of you as you go forward. Opening that pathway, that physical pathway, and it could well be physically moving away from a relationship. But it could be just reassessing a relationship and putting that relationship in perspective. That is very possible. And the perspective should be your happiness. But with that Page of Pentacles, it's that cycle of planting a seed, seeing it grow, seeing the fruit being produced, using the fruit to make jam, and then eating the jam. And it's a whole sort of like cycle that you're learning about. And having a real confidence going forward, which is going to be, you know, which is built out of your courageousness, is going to quell any doubts within your life. And this tries to, more than anything else, I think it ties more into this sort of side. I think on the material side, I think you know it. And on your relationship side, I think you've got to have that courage to do it. There you go, Pisces. I said June was going to be joyous June. And most people have been learning about how to be joyous. And I think there is an aspect of that with you, certainly on your relationship side. You've got to learn how to, you know, explore your happiness and fun within your life. And it comes from you. It doesn't come from elsewhere. You combine that happiness with elsewhere, yeah, with other things that are around you. But initially it comes from you. And I think this is where you've got to get ready and to head towards happy times. Because there's a lot of things that are coming to an end here in regards to relationships. And it's done and dusted with, in a way. And it's now time to open up to a beautiful future. It's going to be amazing to see your reading next week, actually. I think there's going to be a complete change on this side here, on your relationship side. There you go, Pisces. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you get the best out of these readings. And thank you very much for supporting this sort of channel. I will be doing a live reading with Veritas Tarot over on Victoria's channel, which is linked in the description below. You've got your monthly readings coming out, the monthly readings that are already out, the month for June. And next week I will be doing an eclipse not an eclipse, it's a solstice reading, because we've got the summer solstice coming up, of course. So I will be doing that reading next week. In the meantime, there's only left for me to say is life should be fun, so please do enjoy.